Friday Night Flights. Sponsored by Bayport Credit Union, Hercules Fence, Tidewater Community College, and Casey Auto Group.
Week 9 of the high school football season. This is the view from high above Salem High School in Virginia Beach. The Sun Devils had a big game against Cox tonight. After tonight, just 2 more weeks of the regular season remain, and it's time for playoff football. Teams all over the area jockeying for district titles and postseason bids. And for teams on the bubble, time is starting to run out. The push to the playoffs is on. All right, hello and welcome into another edition of Friday Night Flights. I'm Craig Loper alongside Brian Parsons, filling in for James Catato this week.
James is on his bye week. We all get one. We got a big show for you tonight. Highlights from over 14 games from all over Hampton Roads. And Craig, you started off with a big one.
Yeah, we're going to start things off in the Southeastern District right here. Big game in Suffolk, right? 6-1 Oscar Smith against 6-1 Nansemond River. The Tigers came into the game undefeated in district play. The Warriors, 1 loss in the Southeastern District, but still alive to make that district title push. First quarter, Oscar Smith leading 14-7. This is 4th and goal. Lonnie Andrews back to pass, looks left, move to his right. Travis Johnson back in the end zone.
UVA to Michigan.
21-7. Yeah, UVA to Michigan connection. Alonzo Ricks looking on. Second quarter, Tyrell Grant. Deep pass here to Keontae Bumpers, fading down at the 1-yard line. That would set up a 1-yard score to make it 21-14.
We got a ball game.
That's right, a huge ball game, great ball game. Just for the half, Tyrell Grant, read option keeper, bullies his way into the end zone for the rushing touchdown. Game tied up at 21 all of a sudden. Third quarter now. Andrews to his main target, Johnson on the sideline. That would have been good in the NFL. Down to about the 2. Oscar Smith then fakes me out. They hand it off to Reginald Wallace for the short touchdown run. Made it 28-21. Fourth quarter now. Tyrell Grant did struggle in the second half. Some interceptions tipped by Deontay Dent. Intercepted by UVA commit Jaden Koval. I think they threw 3 second half interceptions. Wow. It was tough. The Tigers would tack on a final score there to make it 35-21. Oscar Smith wins.
Big game in the Eastern District. The 2-time reigning Class 5 state champions Maury at Lake Taylor. Second quarter, we're tied at 7. Maury driving. Damo Everett, the quarterback, going to keep it. But check this out, Craig.
Okay.
Look, knocked loose by Keon Johnson.
Yep.
But recovered by Keon Johnson. Titans ball, so Lake Taylor with some momentum. And look at this, Kevin Adams going to uncork one. And
that's
Gerald
deep.
Clark, look at that.
Yeah.
Double coverage.
Yeah, wow, great catch.
Lake Taylor tries to capitalize on this, but on the same drive. But what's going to happen here is Maury going to come up with the interception. This game was all tied up at 7 at the half. That's very rare for Maury to only have 7 points at the halftime. To the second half, Maury going to come up with another interception. Freshman Tion Pear with a pair of picks.
Wow.
Maury makes it count. Tayshawn Branch, direct snap, 78 yards to the house. Maury up 14-7. So you're thinking Maury's going to start to run away with it, right? Well, not so fast. Very next offensive play for Lake Taylor.
Wow.
Jeremiah Farabee, and what do we have here? 78-yard touchdowns, back-to-back 78-yard touchdowns.
Oh, my gosh.
All tied at 14, but Maury hangs on tonight. Here comes Tayshawn Branch with the touchdown. Commodores win a good one in Norfolk. You see the score.
People were talking about that one in Suffolk where I was at.
It was exciting.
Top game in the Beach District, 2 5-2 teams going head-to-head. Cox at Salem. Let's get to it. We're going to pick it up second half. Cox with a 7-0 lead. Salem looking to get their first points of the night, but the Falcons, Jawan Mack and Ezekiel Tomas say not on our watch. They come up with the sack there to give their offense the ball back. That led to a strong run from Grady Schwango. Schwango, there he goes, making defenders miss, picks up a big gain, sets up the Falcons beyond midfield. This would lead to a great kick from Bryson Whitholm.
He's one of the best in the area.
Yeah, we've seen a few of his kicks on Friday Night Flights this year. Cox leads 10-0. The Falcons defense would end up keeping the score sheet clean for the rest of the game. And how about that? Kids were hitting backflips out there. They win 10-0. First one maybe we've seen in a while.
That's quite a score there. I can't believe that one. Now, in the Peninsula District, Phoebus has been the team to beat in recent years, but there will be a new district champion this season, and it's between Hampton and Warwick.
Both teams defeated the Phantoms this year, and last night at Darlene Stadium, they squared off in an intense showdown. The Crabber mascot outfit, by the way, I want that for Halloween. I want to wear that. That is a crab. Here we go.
Friday.
Right, I know. First quarter, no score. Warwick handed it off to Avion Tucker, breaking a couple tackles, and he's in there. 7-0 Raiders out in front. Short while later, Warwick threatened again. They got the two-headed monster. This is Terrius Brown. We've seen him score a whole bunch of touchdowns. Raiders were running the ball consistently last night. They were set on it. All of a sudden, 14-0. Back comes Hampton. Marcus Chapman, their quarterback. QB sneak. He's in there at the bottom of that pile. Somewhere pops out. 14-8 after the two-point conversion. Crabbers now back with the ball. Chapman, a strike to Abraham Tabb, who has a lane, and he is not in the end zone, but
Tabb is barreling through those guys.
Inside the 10-yard line of the red zone. That sets up this handoff to Montrell Harrison. The score was tied up 14 at half. I lost him. There he is. The Crabbers defense held strong in the second half and was able to score another touchdown. In the end, Hampton wins 21-14. Chapman had a late game-sealing interception. They go to 7-1. Hampton does. They have Heritage and Bethel remaining on the schedule.
Staying on the peninsula, Woodside and Denbigh at Todd Stadium. We're going to pick it up in the second quarter. Denbigh has the ball, and it's going to be snapped to Kevin Parker. The great Kevin Parker runs it in from the 10-yard line. Denbigh scores. That made it 29-7. Denbigh up big on this one. Now Denbigh with the ball again, and it's going to go to Kevin Parker. He's quite a basketball player as well.
Yep.
And he can play football too. This is going to be a 50-yard touchdown.
When he tucks it and runs, he's dangerous, right?
Yeah, he is, and they're not going to get him. So
not even close.
35-7.
Yeah.
All right, now to the third quarter. Denbigh with the ball again, and this time Parker's going to pass.
Oh, he's airing it out.
40 yards, caught by Jason McIntyre. Final score here. Denbigh gets it 42-13.
In Chesapeake, Scrappy Hickory hosting Kings Fork. Oh, love the smoke in the entrance with the colors and everything. Kings Fork with the ball on second down. Zadarius Wynn, we've seen him do this, taking the handoff.
Wow.
Jet sweep. Oh, breaks a tackle. The spin move stays in bounds. Wow, great touchdown from him. 7-0. Later in the first, Bulldogs finishing up a long drive. Their quarterback, DeAndre Artis Boone. You see the motion in the backfield, and they're just going to take it direct snap to the right. He's in there, crosses the goal line, 14-0. Early second quarter now. Hickory with the ball. This is Benjamin Malden. Looks for his main target, Evan White, but Jalen Thomas off the tip, deflects it. DeAndre Artis Boone comes up with the pick.
He throws it, he catches it, he gets intercepted.
He does a lot for them. He's been doing it for years, hasn't he? Later, Artis Boone now finds Terrell Goodwin wide open in stride. He's across the goal line, 21-0. Kings Fork rolls to a victory, 39-17.
All right, well, Great Bridge and Deep Creek came very close to pulling off big upsets last week. Tonight, they squared off. Congrats to the homecoming king and queen, Deontay and Essence. Picking up in the third quarter, Deep Creek down 20-9. Isaiah Coleman takes a handoff. Whew, ton of room. Takes it all the way to get the Hornets within 3. Next drive for Great Bridge. It's a little hard to see here. There is some trickery in there.
Okay.
William Engler going to give the ball to Courtney Jackson Jr. and going to fire a pass down the sideline to Quintarius Tillman.
There he goes.
Who turns on the burners and takes it in for 6. 27-17 Wildcats. Fourth quarter. Tell us if you've seen this before. It's Isaiah Coleman with another big touchdown run to put Deep Creek back within 3.
Huge game from him.
Late in the fourth quarter, Great Bridge burning the clock, and it's Englert calls his own number. But Deep Creek, can you believe this? Deep Creek actually rallies. They were down 9 late, but they win this one 34-33. The Hornets have been something else lately.
On homecoming, too. Gotta love that. 6-1 Indian River making the trip to Suffolk to take on Lakeland. First drive of the game for the Braves after a 3-and-out from Lakeland. It's a chunk gain here by Trey Pugh III. I thought he was in the end zone here, but they say he stepped out. He probably did barely right there, just barely.
A sliver.
That set himself up, and it's Pugh III again, sort of pops into the frame there, into the end zone. First score of the game, the Braves roll tonight in Suffolk for the big win over Lakeland. All right, we're just getting warmed up. When we come back, it's back to the beach to check in with all the action out there.
And more action for the Eastern District, Bay Rivers District, and private school action. That's next on Friday Night Flights.
Check out the bird's eye view of Kempsville High School in Virginia Beach. The
awesome.
Chiefs field really pops under those lights. Coach Darryl Cherry's team poised for another playoff run. His squad riding a 3-game win streak heading into tonight's game against Tallwood. All right, to the ground for the highlights. Kempsville with a 5-2 record, who's hosting Tallwood, looking to get to 500. Lions place kicker Jonath Bermudez going to get the game's first point, splitting the uprights, 37-yard field goal, up 3-0. The Chiefs, however, score fast. The strike here, Josh Hawley to James Relaford. Relaford showing the speed, 48 yards, splitting the defense 7-3. And then Tallwood going for another, looks like a field goal attempt there. Kempsville comes up with the block and blocked by Jalen Beatty. Now watch this lay on turnover, same play. Tallwood, Tyquan Baker going to get the pick, and then he's going to fumble the ball, turn it over back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs would drive to the end zone. Drew Ashbury plows it in, 43-3. Chiefs win at home. Staying in the Beach District, as has been the case for several years, everyone chasing Green Run.
Yeah, the Stallions have won 55 straight games over Beach District foes tonight at home against First Colonial. Now, Green Run made it all the way to the Class 5 state semifinals last season, hoping for another run this year, and we're going to start in the first quarter. Green Run with the ball. Offense able to get things going. 33-yard pass from Luke Ashcroft to fellow senior Xavion Cleveland for the first score of the night. While the extra point would end up being missed, the Stallions not slowing down one bit. They follow that up. Charles Jackson, he's going to Old Dominion, past the pylon to the pylon. Green Run just rolls big in this one. Another shutout win for the Stallions as they improve to 9-0.
5-2 Bayside at home against 4-3 Kellam, and what started out as a defensive battle turned out into a shootout between these two teams. Second quarter, time running out. Bayside's Cam Kirby gonna hit Hardnett Breon right there at the pylon. What a catch at the corner of the end zone, 14-7. Bayside in the third quarter now. Driving. Whoa. Kellam's Brody Dorr is going to come with it out of the air off the tip, interception. Knights going the other way, and this is a tight game. Knights down 7 now to the end of the fourth. Knights driving, quarterback Mason Roach going to scramble and find Aaron. That was a field goal right there. And now here's the scramble, I guess.
And then the pass Roach to
pass to Roach to Smith in the end zone, 17-14, 2:30 left to go in the game. Bayside now with the ball, midfield. Kirby gonna air it out to Hardnett, and he's running behind the defense. Look at the over-the-shoulder grab right there, 21-17. Kellam gonna get the ball back. Less than 2 minutes to go. March down the field. Mason Roach to Cam, mid-kick. That's the go-ahead score, 24-21. Kellam. Bayside not done. Kirby back to pass. Herring it out. Hail Mary, and it's picked off by Kellam's Aaron Smith. What a thriller.
Game of the night.
Knights win 24-21. Parsons is a Kellam alum.
Go Kellam.
We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back to Friday Night Flights. Private school action, Collegiate School from Richmond at Norfolk Academy. Opening drive for the Bulldogs. Davis Stedman going to connect with Reed Fox. And Fox making some moves and following some blocks. A 28-yard gain. First down NA. And then Stedman, he's going to keep it. This is a third down play, and he's going to take it all the way down to the 3-yard line. That's a first down. And then right after that, it's going to be a direct snap to Reed Fox, and that's a Norfolk Academy touchdown to put them up 7-0. Collegiate's a very good team, very successful team out of Richmond, going for the big pass play here. But look at Jay McCaw. Man, look at that. Almost had the pick.
Yeah, broke it up.
Big win for Norfolk Academy Bulldogs over Collegiate, 28-14.
Bay Rivers action. Tabb hosting Gloucester. Love that uniform. Look at that combo, the all-orange. First quarter, Tabb with the ball. Corbin Eckert over the line to start the scoring. First quarter, Gloucester in possession of the ball. Now, interception by Victor Shandor from Tabb, and he's going the other way. It is a pick six, 14-0. Tabb kept scoring and scoring and scoring. Final
Tabb.
score 49-6 for the Tabb Tigers in the Bay Rivers District. All right, scoreboards to get to. War Hill, close win over New Kent tonight. Bruton beats Grafton.
We got Smithfield over Jamestown, and Western Branch 52-6 over Grassfield.
Norcom beats Eastern District rival Norview 12-8, 28-10. Lansdowne over Ocean Lakes.
Franklin loses, Surrey loses.
And anything else? What we got?
And we got one more.
Greensville County and St. Anne's Belfield win. We're getting all the scores.
Virginia Tech beats Cal 42-34. The Dodgers lose to the Blue Jays in Game 1 of the World Series 11-4.
For Brian Parsons, I'm Craig Lover. We'll see you next week.